This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Started my digital inspection at 6436 Cleo Street out here in the college area of San Diego. We're on top of an architectural asphalt shingle roof. Now this roof doesn't appear to be too old. I'd imagine this roof is, probably closer to the 20-year mark. It's got a little bit of life left in it, but there are a few things that I do want to point out. The first thing that I want to point out is just how low of a slope this roof is. So shingles are meant to have water flow freely off of the roof, and a lot of times what ends up happening when you have a really low slope roof like this is the shingles will kind of start to curl up the way that they are, and that water doesn't have a chance to just fall off the roof as freely as it should. So it ends up kind of getting stuck on top of these shingles. And without the proper underlayment, we end up with leaks happening a lot sooner than they should. And so as shingles start to get older and older, what ends up happening is the granules start to deplete. Essentially what happens is the oils on the shingle itself start to evaporate. So every time it rains, those granules wash off, and then they end up in the gutters just like they are right now. These are all granules from the actual shingle itself, and the waterproofing begins to be greatly affected. The other thing that starts to happen is the shingles start to loosen up a bit, right? So you have all the adhesiveness that starts to kind of wear away. And again, on a really low slope roof, that means that water ends up getting into these seams, and you can see where all these nails are. So as the water gets underneath the shingles, then it has a chance to penetrate the roof itself by getting into those nail holes. So the other thing you'll notice is just how worn out all the flashing and the sealant is around these penetrations. All the mastic that was used to kind of seal everything off is starting to wear through as well. So now again, I'm not going to sit here and say that this roof needs to be replaced immediately, but it would be a really good idea for this homeowner to be proactive on this roof, considering how low of a slope it is. So when it is time to replace it, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to tear this roof down to the wood decking. We want to address any kind of bad wood that we have on this roof. We don't want to see any exposed nail heads. So you can tell this is an older roof by the fact that each one of these rake caps and ridge caps all have exposed nail heads on them. So we're tearing it down to the wood decking so that we can address any kind of bad wood that is on this roof. Wood repair is always that unknown variable. We never have any idea how much wood is going to need to be replaced until we tear this roof off and we see what's underneath it. Once that underlayment is completely tore off, then we're going to go ahead and install a new synthetic underlayment, and we're actually going to be installing a titanium peel and stick underlayment to combat the low slope of this roof. We want to ensure that if water does get underneath these shingles, that it is not going to be penetrating the property itself. We're going to be swapping out these whirlybirds for O'Hagan exhaust vents as well. O'Hagan vents are a flat, low profile exhaust vents. I'm looking for some of your neighbors to have some new roofs. So there you go. So those are the O'Hagan exhaust vents. So we're going to increase the exhaust vents, the amount of exhaust vents that are on this roof. I want to add at least 2 more. These 2 whirlybirds are acting as that exhaust vent, so we want to increase the airflow on this roof. Once all that is complete, we go ahead and reinstall the architectural shingle as well. We're going to go ahead and install brand new starter shingle along the perimeter and brand new drip edge. Drip edge is this piece of metal flashing, that white piece of metal that allows for water to run off the drip edge and into the gutters as opposed to just running off the wood itself. And then once that's complete, this homeowner has a roof that they'll never have to worry about for the next 35 years or so. We're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, which means that this roof would come with a 50-year manufacturer warranty from Owens Corning, and you're going to get a lifetime workmanship warranty from us on this roof as well. So again, to summarize everything, the roof is not in immediate need of replacement. It has a few years left in it, but it definitely would be a good idea to be proactive on this product. Because it's such a low slope roof, we want to ensure that we're not dealing with any interior damage that comes from leaks in the future. That's it for my inspection.